to get to know the 2011 class as a Meritus staff person, and it is a privilege to speak to you tonight as a Meritus alumnus. I have a very important question to ask the scholars. My whole speech depends on this, so please pay attention. If you have seen Kung Fu Panda, please raise your hand. Great! You're starting your relationship with Meritus on the right foot. I love Kung Fu Panda. One, because I love martial arts. I did capoeira, Brazilian martial art, for several years. And two, because there's a moral to the story. I'm not going to tell you what it is, as I don't want to spoil the movie for those of you who are not so cool and have not seen it. But of course, with like almost anything, there are things that I like and other aspects I don't like. There is a line in the first Kung Fu Panda movie that I don't like. It is when Po the Panda is speaking with Master Uwe, and the master says, "Yesterday's history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift." It's like one of those enlightening moments in the movie. I don't like it, because although I do believe in living in the present, I also think that much of who we are is comprised in our past, and the experiences we have had, and our ancestors, and the different shapes and forms we've taken because of our families, and the places where we were born, the languages we speak, the mentors and the teachers we have been privileged to have, the events, and even the pets we've made our own. My mom immigrated to the US from Guatemala when I was 10. My brother and I joined her in San Francisco when I was 13 years old. We lived in an apartment that my paternal grandmother rented in the Mission. A tiny room in an old Victorian house behind the kitchen, that was our room. It only fitted a bunk bed, so my brother slept on the mattress on the floor. So when it was time to close the door, it blocked it. Who would have known that this was the first of many sacrifices my brother would make for our family, including giving up his own dreams so that I could fulfill my own. Each of you has a past. You have a choice to take all of that past with you to college, or you can take part of it or none of it at all. This transition is an opportunity to reinvent yourself altogether. The way in which you choose your path, to use your past as you begin college is influenced by the experiences you have had and how comfortable you feel in the college environment. In that sense, your past is not your history, but it is always part of your present. When I went to Loyola Marymount University, I decided to leave certain things of my past behind. I was ashamed of my accent. And although I will tell people that I was born in Guatemala, I constantly struggled to speak without rolling my R's and to pronounce those in-between vowel sounds that we don't have in Spanish. Something else that I chose to leave behind was the socioeconomic condition of my family. I did not want people to know that my college tuition was 2 times my mother's annual income. I simply did not speak about it. I stayed quiet when the peers around me mentioned their family's affluent status. I stayed quiet pretending that my silence was enough to hide my past, when in fact, my past was part of my then present behavior. In the second part of Master Uwe's phrase, it says, "Tomorrow is a mystery." In the near future, you will be going to Colgate University, the UCs, the state universities, Pepperdine, NYU, USF, etc. Some parts of your future are a mystery, but others certainly aren't. You have an idea of your financial situation, and you've worked hard to academically prepare for college. Yes, other aspects you don't know, like whether your roommate is going to go cuckoo like some of mine did, or maybe you don't predict that you will miss your family if you're leaving home. But for those situations you'd like to know more about, you have your Meritus mentors, and others have mentors through other youth programs. I nor my family were familiar with the college environment. We didn't know what to expect. But I learned much from Ninive Caligari, my Meritus mentor. Ninive kept me rooted in typical times of college drama. But most importantly, She kept me rooted to my community. Every summer, I volunteered at 8 to 6 Valencia, the organization she founded. I tutored younger immigrant students. That experience allowed me to not get lost in the Hollywood stars that surround LMU, but it served as an annual reminder of where I came from and where I wanted to go. Ninive constantly challenged me to look forward, setting the bar high for success. I have been so blessed to share this journey with such an inspirational entrepreneur that I can call my friend. Tomorrow is not a mystery, but it is really the accumulation of your efforts, the sum of your work, the fruit of your networking skills, the tally of what you've done or what you failed to do. So use the next 4 years in college to explore and discover what you would like to do, but also trace the path that will lead you to where you want to be. After college, I went back home. My college roommate and dear friend and I moved to Guatemala to start a nonprofit organization called Moraga. After almost 5 years of having worked with close to 500 women sex workers, I asked myself, what's next? I had fallen in love with the law. I enjoyed the opportunities that Mujer gave me to change the life of not only one woman, but the lives of many people and a whole society through policy making. Like with every love, however, it let me down. But through disappointments, I have seen the reality of what law is, its limitations, as well as its far-reaching effects. I see my next 3 years in law school as an opportunity that will lead me to deepen my work in international women's rights. I hope that you enjoy the present and see it as a gift. I hope that you allow yourself some time to be grateful to yourself for the efforts that have led you to college, for your family and your supporters, for your donors and everyone that makes it financially possible for you to obtain a higher education. But that you also find the time to question yourself and ask, what is next? And what do I need to do to get there? How do I get there? So, in a very Kung Fu Panda kind of way, I love you guys! Welcome to our Meritus community. And remember that today is a gift that is influenced by your past, and that you and I have the great privilege to shape our future. Thank you.